Imagine if you were in my ranked games. Maybe you actually were in my ranked games. In which case, you may already be sweating profusely before I say any more. Meet Neon, specifically Neon Moron, the topic of today's very serious guide on how to iron. As Riot Games thought it was a good idea to add a Titanfall pilot without the jump kit into a slow-paced strategic tactical shooter. I have thus come to the conclusion that Riot Games has a kink of wanting to subject their player base to 3 lifetimes worth of arduous trials and tribulations, and having their player base suffer from the traumas of profound frustration and helpless distress due to addiction. Or in monkey terms that Iron players will understand, they, world, burn, want. Now, even in Iron, you must still be able to move properly. And if you feel like you already know everything about movement, then this section of the video is safely skippable. But so is the whole video. So fundamentally, Valorant movement falls into 3 distinctive categories. The first category, and the hardest of which, allows players to run and gun with perfect accuracy, achieved either by sacrificing their firstborn to RNGesus, or spending a shit ton of time perfecting counter-strafing and dead zoning. The second category is the op users. They often hold an angle and completely let go of WAS, then starts eating Walker's extra crunchy chips in the middle of a round and only maneuvering with fucking abilities. As they fire a warning shot, then you immediately use an ability like Jet Dash or Chamber Teleport. Lastly, the third category, the mother-loving Neon players. And that right there uses a combination of b-hopping, air strafing, and more air strafing. Well, to be more specific, air strafing right, air strafing left, air strafing right reversed, air strafing left reversed. Now, reverse air strafing is especially useful in Valorant, as your body and legs are apparently infused with this Radiant thing, which allows you to take 3 hits from this, child-friendly Kalashnikov, but apparently your head never got any of this Radiant thing, because that shit's still a one-hit kill. Now, reverse air strafe solves this headshot issue, as it lowers your head hitbox from here to here, allowing you to finally play the game as intended by b-hopping down mid solo with no crosshair, no teammates, nor utility. Instead, fueled with years of trauma and the curse of Morpheus Law on the enemy, which grants them some terrible first shot RNG, thus completely whiffing you while you close the gap between your Bucky and their ass. Now, some of you may wonder, how the fuck am I supposed to navigate without running into walls when I can't see shit? And that's where you need to channel your inner Nirvana, which allows you to do one of the following 3 things. 1. The hardest of them all. Open your third eye, allowing you to clearly see the obstacles between you and +10 RR. 2. Have God's light guide your way to glory, but there are some limitations with this, as God's light is all-encompassing, thus will penetrate walls. So if your faith in God isn't strong enough, it may sadly lead you astray. 3. As this is one of the more common ones, I'll just use the all-powerful wisdom that I learned from my professor and assume that I do not need to elaborate on this technique. Alright, now with a good understanding of Neon's signature ability, we'll be diving straight into Neon's first basic ability, Fast Lane. Now, the Fast Lane, also known as the Local Express Lane, is a North American infrastructure concept. And just like all North American infrastructure, it is not designed to last. Thus, it will be one of the fastest walls to fall, specifically 6 seconds. Now, as North Americans are known for making shit massive, this is encapsulated by Fastlane's crazy dimensions at 46.5 meters long per wall, which makes it one of the largest zone control ability by technicality, as it has 2 walls totaling 93 meters long, compared to Viper's Toxin Screen at 60 meters or Harbor's High Tide at 50 meters. Side note, what the fuck is up with Riot and them adding hitboxes behind the fucking player? Like, are these Riot devs some filthy basement dwellers with tangled cables, half-empty bags of stale moldy chips, and mounds of tissues from browsing Twitter and Reddit, along with layers of Cheeto dust stuffing every single crevice of their multiple keyboards and makeshift macro boards, as well as having the PepsiCo packing the cement mixture of assorted Dorito dust and Mount Dew, creating the 3rd strongest bond known to mankind, gunking up their Logitech Y Pro Z Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse, 25-600 DPI Hero 25K sensor, 5 programmable buttons, long battery life, compatible with PC Mac, E-Black, and thus causing ghosting artifacts, which ends up with these extra few lines of code. But anyways, as Riot Games removed the damage from Neon walls, it is now completely worthless, as you do not need to create cover when you can't get shot in the first place. And as a selfish duelist, it is your team's job to create cover for themselves, so save those 300 extra credits or buy yourself a shorty instead. Next is Neon's second ability, Relay Bolt. Now, the Relay Bolt is a versatile and broken ass ability that should be abused by Neon players of all skill levels. Instead, here's some mud-loving long-range Neon lineups that I can throw out preemptively to stun those filthy AWP users. Now, you may be having some intrusive thoughts, like, you fucking moron, or, wait no, what the fuck are these lineups? And the best of them all, won't they just end up stunning my own team? Well, you see, that's why I have comms turned off. Lastly, Neon Ultimate. Well, these are iron lobbies, so no one really knows how to play with or against it. And to be honest, my aim is so god fucking awful that realistically, all it does is allow me to die faster. Alright, I'm done. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.